So good evening and welcome. And before we even get started, I need to do what I told my other performers to do, which is move stuff out of the way. But before we even get started, I just wanted to first of all welcome you, and more importantly, I mean not more importantly, but equally as important, I wanted to thank Scott and Mary Cohn for opening up their beautiful home to us. And I wanted to recognize the chef de cuisine for tonight, Mr. Jacob Cohn over here. Who am I looking at? Oh, and the beautiful and lovely Susan Cohn sitting over there. For welcoming us here as well, and I know that Susan's only here because her granddaughter is going to sing. But no, I'm kidding. So, but I'm so happy to see Susan. I'm so happy to see all of you, and tonight is a celebration. Tonight is a celebration of love, of women. You name it, we're going to celebrate it tonight. Our theme, of course, is celebrating women. And we all do it, yes, absolutely. We all do it. You know, why didn't we do that song? That would have been a great song. But I jest. I digress. What else is new? So we're going to kick off the night with a love song. Oh, please, yes, I'm so sorry. Please silence your cell phones. Because otherwise, I'm liable to say, tell them I'll be right there. That's usually what I say when I hear a cell phone go off during the middle of services. Tell God to hold a moment. We'll be right with her. So,
all right.
Yes, of course. So I wanted to open the program with a song dedicated to my beautiful bride, because without her, I wouldn't be all that I can be. And so I'm celebrating my woman. It didn't come out quite the way I wanted it to.
I don't think that sold them.
It didn't sell, I know. I'll rewrite that for the next concert. Just enough. Cry but not too often. Play but not too rough. Keep a tender distance, so we'll both be free. That's the way it ought to be. I'm ready. Marry me a little. Do it with a will. Make a few demands able to fulfill. Want me more than others, not exclusively. That's the way it ought to be. I'm ready now. You can be my best friend. Your right arm. We'll go through a fight or two. No harm, no harm. We'll look not too deep. We'll go not too far. We won't tread all the stings, the ugly things we'll keep unsaid. We'll build a cocoon of love and respect. You promise whatever you like, I'll never collect. Right? Okay then. I'm ready. I'm ready now. Someone, I'm ready. Yes, that is a wonderful Stephen Sondheim song from Company, of course, and really a spectacular composition, and spectacularly difficult, as Stephen Sondheim always is. So, and you know what, Bob? We did all right. Nice job. So, of course, we are celebrating women, and in doing so, you know, I have to say that one of my favorite things that I've been a part of over the years at Temple Bethel is our boys' lunch, which is a group of guys that get together once. We used to get together once a month. Now it's kind of once every couple months, 3 months, depending on who decides to organize it. But I always knew that no matter how often we got together, it would never be as good as the ladies who lunch. And so I'm going to invite my youngest lady from our family to bring her beverage and to share with you, also from Company, the ladies who lunch.
Here's to the ladies who lunch. Everybody laugh. Lounging in their caftans and planning a brunch on their own behalf. Off to the gym, then to a fitting, claiming they're fat and looking grim, 'cause they've been sitting, choosing a hat. Does anyone still wear a hat? I'll drink to that. Here's to the girls who stay smart. Aren't they a gas? Rushing to their classes in optical art, wishing it would pass. Another long, exhausting day, another $1,000, a matinee, a pinter play, perhaps a piece of Mahler's. I'll drink to that, and one for Mahler. Here's to the girls who play wife. Aren't they too much? Keeping house but clutching a copy of life just to keep in touch. The ones who follow the rules and meet themselves at the schools, too busy to know that they're fools. Aren't they a gem? I'll drink to them. Let's all drink to them. Here's to the girls who just watch. Aren't they the best? When they get depressed, it's a bottle of scotch plus a little jest. Another chance to
all of it.
What did you say?
She gets other talents from you.
Thank you.
She gets other talents. That's so sweet. Who was that set up for? I mean, Roman's tall, but that's crazy. So there is a young lady who, well, I guess you didn't actually grow up in this house. You grew up in the other house, but you have the privilege of living here.
It was pretty close.
It was pretty close. And is now studying opera and working on her master's degree in opera. I'm so proud of her because when she was in like 3rd grade in the youth choir, right, she was that little girl in the youth choir that I used to have to look at and go, okay, a little quieter, sweetheart. You're good, a little quieter. And now there's no shutting her up. But I guess there really wasn't then either. But so Sabrina and I are going to do one of my favorite duets. And back when I was in college, long time ago, long before you were alive, child. Back when I was in college, I had the privilege of being being in the cast of Die Zauberflöte, the Magic Flute, and I was the understudy for Tamino, but at the same time, because I was an undergrad, you know, graduate students get all the big roles when you're at a UC.
It's so nice right now.
Isn't it nice? It's really nice. But I had the privilege of being in the cast, and probably one of my favorite duets in the entire show, and maybe even in much of opera, is the duet between Papageno and Papagena. And so when I knew that Sabrina performed Papagena where were you?
Weimar, Germany.
In Weimar. Was that last summer or the summer before?
It was the summer before.
Yeah.
Last summer was Italy.
Yeah, summer before. I was like, Sabrina, let's do the Papageno duet. And as soon as I said that, I was like, oh, what have I done? because I haven't looked at this since college, which was a really long time ago. But
You're also a tenor.
and I'm also a tenor, so when I looked at it in college, I didn't look at this because I was like, oh, that's for those barely tones, not for us tenors. So, exactly. So this is Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart's Papageno duet. Hopefully not murdering the German in front of my new rabbi who's from Germany. But hopefully, my German was good back then. It's not as good anymore, but we'll have some fun. Tempo is trying to kill the singers. So, but
apparently the baritone.
Exactly. Yeah, because she's done this 83,000. Okay, here we go.
That was a page trick. You want to go to the top?
There we go. Right at the top of the page. 675. 1, 2, 3.
There you go.
So it's this courting kind of song between Papageno and Papagena, who are both birds or bird-like characters. They're very interesting characters. I mean, it's one of Amadeus's drug-induced moments. I'm pretty sure, but
it's a conversation that devolves into them arguing about whether or not their children are going to be boys or girls.
Right, exactly. He says there's going to be a Papageno, she says no, there's going to be a Papagena, and they just fight about it. And ultimately, all they care about is being together, which is such a sweet, sweet story. So I'm going to let you introduce this next one, if you can.
And I'm going to use my score because I don't want to see the French.
Good. I don't blame you.
Be glad you're not looking at it. It's ugly to look at. The original score. This is a piece by Ravel, who is a French composer, but the song is in Yiddish. It's called Chanson Hébraïque, and fun fact, I'll be singing this in my first year recital in May. But this piece is kind of an ode to and calls back to our habit in Judaism of asking questions, especially as young people, and the ways that we answer them. And so this piece goes through this mother speaking to her child, Meir, and going through and proposing the possible questions that he could ask, and her answering with the questions from the Torah.
Leave no man
So as gorgeous as that was, just watching Susan watch it was even more gorgeous, because Susan's just in awe, and it's so beautiful to see you in awe of your granddaughter, and what a gift, what a gift. So happy that you could be here for this. So in keeping with the Jewish theme in this particular section of 2 songs, I wanted to share a beautiful song of betrothal. And you know, when 2 Jewish people are betrothed to each other, we have a statement of betrothal that says "Ve'erastichli," that I will betroth you forever. "Ve'erastichli le'olam, ve'erastichli b'tzedek," I will betroth you in righteousness. And this is a beautiful setting of "Ve'erastichli" that was written by my old friend Craig Townman. And Craig and I have known each other, gosh, since I was probably about 19, 20 years old, something like that. And I became the Rosh Shirah, the head song leader for Camp Ramah in Ojai, California, where he used to be the Rosh Brecha, which is the head lifeguard. and then became a song leader later on, and an amazing songwriter, wrote a lot of great children's songs as well, and he was big with Disney for a long while with Craig and Company, and but he still to this day is doing amazing Jewish work out there with his project in the Pico Union District. And he wrote this "Ve'erastichli," and I wanted to share it with all of you. Teach me to feel the things I cannot feel. Teach me to see the things I cannot see. Teach me to hear the things I cannot hear. Teach me to be all that I can be. Ve'erastichli בצדק וארסתיך לעולם ברחמים וארסתיך לעולם. Teach me to be the things I cannot be. Teach me to see the things I cannot see. Teach me to hear the things I cannot hear. Teach me to feel all that I can feel. Ve'erastichli le'olam b'tzedek ve'erastichli le'olam berachamim ve'erastichli ve'erastichli לעולם. ve'erastichli לעולם. I will say, by the way, it doesn't have to happen just when you first get married. You can still do it every day of every week with your partner, because that's what we do. We remind our partners that we love them and we want to be with them every day. I love you, baby.
Okay, you can move off the couch.
She said I could move off the couch. By way of explanation, it was nothing I did. She had a cold. She wanted to make sure I was healthy for tonight. She kicked me out to the couch, and now she's well, and my dog is going to be so upset because he's gotten to sleep on the couch the last few nights, and he's going to be really bumming out now. So, but that's okay. So, many of you know that in my life I have a ridiculously crazy volunteer job, which takes sometimes more time than my real job. No, but that is making sure that our theater department at our high school now, and before that our middle school, is well taken care of. Our directors are cared for, and our kids have the most incredible performances. Well, coming up on May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, yes, get your calendars out. On May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, San Pedro High School will be producing, it's one of the first high schools to produce Hadestown, the musical. And it just so happens that someone that you all know, Zoe Davidson, is going to be playing Eurydice, the female protagonist lead. And this really good-looking, talented, stupid kid, Roman Morris. No, he's an amazing kid. His parents are here with us tonight too, and they know how much I love their kid. And he is going to be playing Orpheus. And in this night, when we are celebrating women and celebrating love and all this stuff, I thought you should all hear a beautiful duet from Hadestown. So please welcome now Zoe Davidson and Roman Morris, Eurydice and Orpheus, singing All I Recommend.
I was alone so long, I didn't even know that I was lonely. Out in the cold so long, I didn't even know that I was cold. Turned my collar to the wind. This is how it's always been. All I've ever known is how to hold my own. All I've ever known is how to hold my own. But now I wanna hold you too.
to hold you. When I saw you all alone against the sky, it's like I've known you all along. I knew you before we met, and I don't even know you yet. All I know is you're someone I have always known. All I know is you're someone I have always known. And I don't even know you now. I wanna hold you close. I don't wanna ever have to let you go. Suddenly there's sunlight, bright and warm. Suddenly I'm holding the world in my arms. Say that you'll hold me forever. Say that the winds won't change on us. Say that we'll stay with each other, and it will always be like this. I'm gonna hold you forever. The wind will never change on us, as long as we stay with each other. Then it'll always be like this.
Don't want to miss it. That's all I could say. I mean, that's just one number. 2.5 hours of that. Can't get enough. So, also, by the way, in case you think that these are the only talented kids around here, I should let you know that Redondo Union High School right now is producing Hadestown, and our very own Daniela Gross is actually in the orchestra. She is playing the trombone, which, if you don't know Hadestown, then you don't know that playing the trombone in the orchestra is almost like playing a lead role in the musical. The trombonist is very important and is on stage and really plays the heck out of it. So Daniela's playing the trombone and the cello, and so it's this weekend and next weekend, and I would totally recommend going to see them as well. That's at Redondo Union. So what? It's really good. Yeah, Zoe went when she should have been in shul. She was supporting. It was wonderful. That's fantastic. So, speaking of shul, in case you didn't get a chance yet to meet her, we are blessed to have with us tonight our brand new rabbi. Rabbi Julia Knobloch is with us tonight. And I mean, brand new is a perfect description for her. Because she's new for us, and she's new to the rabbinate, and it's going to be really exciting. I don't know that I've ever been this excited about welcoming a new rabbi.
Thanks a lot.
Okay. I knew I wasn't going to get away with that. You weren't a new rabbi, you were an old rabbi.
Still am.
Still are. Exactly, you're doing great. So, but a lot of people don't realize that Rabbi Julia had a life before rabbinics, and has not only been an incredible documentary filmmaker in her life, but also an amazing poetess, an amazing poet. And I'd like to invite Julia to come forward and share with us a couple of poems that she has written that celebrate women. I've never had to raise the mic for a rabbi before. This is completely new to me. Completely new to me. I'm so used to going, oh, the rabbi's coming.
Good evening. And Shavua Tov. Thank you so much, Cantor Ilan, for inviting me to share some poems, a couple poems. But before I read them, I just want to say I am also so excited to be here, and I can't wait for July 1st to really start being a permanent member of this community, not driving down from Los Angeles. I'm so excited to, this is actually too tall, this mic. I am just so blessed to be becoming part of this family of talented people, musicians, writers, artists. It's just so amazing, and I can't wait. I brought two poems that are both about the same woman that has been very dear to me in my life. I'm no longer really in touch with her for reasons that you might guess from the poems. So you're learning a little bit about my private life too. The first one is called Carthay Circle. For those who don't know, it's a neighborhood in Los Angeles near La Cienega Park. Carthay is named after the man who built the Circle Theater that was there at the time. So I see nodding, so some of you will know it. But so that's the name of the neighborhood. Carthay Circle. On the first morning of daylight saving time, we walk through the neighborhood, Aviva and I. Spring is here and Los Angeles brimming. The hills are of an unseen green. The trees teeming, especially giddy, in pink and pink. The air unusually warm, as was last night that held the jasmine in an extra long embrace. While the clocks were turned ahead, 1 hour lost, so many won. Aviva tells me how the city guards memories of generations, although the tram no longer runs on San Vicente, and the movie theater is gone. But the name lives on. And her grandparents' house was on this block, and 30 years ago she planted roses, and tomorrow purple iris. And for a moment I forget my unpruned vineyards, my barren fields. Crows keep hopping and we keep talking, and still the sun's not setting until eventually a whiff of evening touches our cheeks that beam like window panes of mansions in the canyons. A day to be inscribed into the breezy LA annals. White fawn with fruit. After the rain, the desert is a fresh field of herbs, a rainbow behind the eucalyptus trees, weeping willows of parched lands, a saffron glow over the airstream, memories of my first summer, dry soil and pine coins, the scent of my first perfume, Grasse en Provence, my first kiss under palm trees, indigenous to all exotic places, enchanted by a newborn knowledge of my unfolding life. I kept the empty flask, Occitan mysteries of ragged valleys and soft hills, where a white fawn played the flute, despite the summer ending like a French movie. 15 tan and wild, lilies of the valley pulsing behind my ears. I cried at my mother's shoulder, my mother, who stroked my hair with knowing and introduced me to Pierrot le Fou and La Piscine, to A Bout de Souffle and to Jules Legime. Life, they say, is not a movie, yet like a movie, life grows and unearths hidden threads, sudden sense and a flute's melody, fleeting connections that are lasting. Like on the last day of December, riding with a mother in her son's car, In the city where palm trees now are signs of home, holding the gift she gave me, a framed poster, Picasso's white fawn with flute. She too knew Grâce in the Provence, French movies. She knew of sacrifices men will make for one they love. She knew pain and life, how serious it is, that there is no time to lose. We walked arms linked for a brief while down Rodeo Drive and up a little hill, a faint song of miracles beyond its season. Tonight, in the Mojave, beneath oily eucalyptus trees, I remember our laughter, her gift on my wall, the distant city. I'm usually not walking that slowly, it's just that I tore everything you can possibly tear in my knee, and so I'm still walking very slowly.
And carefully.
And carefully.
Yes, exactly.
Actually,
And carefully. Absolutely. Beautiful. Thank you, Julia. That was just absolutely gorgeous. And I'll share with all of you that Rabbi Julia and I were having coffee a few weeks ago next to USC. Because I was on my way up to a meeting in Koreatown. She was on her way to school. And we decided to get together and have some coffee. And she sat down.
So good.
It was so good. It was so good. It was great. I loved it. And she sat there and she looked at me and she says, "So what is this Salon concert that you're doing?" And I shared with her and she says, "I had to ask because I used to do poetry salons, and wouldn't it be great if we could do these together?" And I said to her, "What are you doing on the 22nd?" And so here she is, and I'm so happy you were able to be here.
To many more.
To many, many more, absolutely. So, probably the women in our lives that deserve the most celebration and praise are the first women that we met in our lives, our mothers. And I will say that I don't think it's just a son thing, but some people say to me that there's a difference between being a son than being a daughter. I don't know. I've only been one. But I think thanks, Jelly. But I think that we grow up wanting pride, wanting to instill pride in our mothers, in our parents, but in our mothers I'm going to talk about right now, and wanting to do things that make them proud, and hoping that they can express that pride to us. And I say hoping because we all know that some mothers are better at that than others, and that's a fair statement. And but I will say that although my mom, who many of you knew, was not the most effusive with me, she was effusive with everyone else. And I always knew how proud she was of me through the others that she spoke to. And so I wanted to open this next little section with this amazing song from Disney's Aladdin called Proud of Your Boy. Proud of your boy, I'll make you proud of your boy. Believe me, bad as I've been, you're in for a pleasant surprise. I've wasted time, I've wasted me. So say I'm slow for my age, a late bloomer. Okay, I agree that I've been one rotten kid. Some sun, some pride, and some joy. But I'll get over these lousing up, messing up, screwing up times. say I'm a gold brick, a goof off, no good, but I couldn't be all that I am. Water flows under the bridge, let it pass, let it go. There's no good reason that you should believe me, not yet. I know, but someday and soon I'll make you proud of your boy. Though I can't make myself taller or smarter or handsome or wise, I'll do my best. What else can I do? Since I wasn't born perfect like Dad or you. Mom, I will try hard to make you proud of your boy. Let's hear it also for Mr. Bob Remstein over here. I mean, I have been blessed with incredible partners over my 30 years. Over my 30 years at the Temple, I've been blessed with some incredible partners on the piano. And before that, on the organ, actually. Yeah, exactly. When I first came, we had an organ up in a loft on high. It was just amazing. But the partnership that we have is really just something that to me is sanctified and blessed, and I really do appreciate all that you do. So in the theme of parenthood and parents, and I'd like to invite Sabrina back, who's going to share this this amazing piece by Jeff Blumenkrantz. It was part of is this the one that was part of the failed musical that?
This is from The Other Franklin.
Yes, exactly.
This is from The Other Franklin, which is a musical that was put together and was going forward to the review process, but never really made it to the public stage. But Audra McDonald, who was one of the singers in it, was given permission by Jeff Blumenkrantz to take a few of the pieces and to put them on her own album. And so we have a few of them, but no context. So this is I Won't Mind.
I won't mind
So that just goes to show, and I know many of you here can relate to this, that you don't have to give birth to a child to be that mother figure. You don't even have to be the real auntie, because all of us have lots of aunties and uncles out there. Ask my kids. They got so many aunties and uncles and grandparents that they sometimes would look at me when they were little and go, "Are they really my auntie?" And you know what? And I'm sitting there listening to Sabrina sing, and I'm thinking, I remember when she was born. And look what she's become. Just so incredible. So we're going to transition now into some women empowerment songs. At least I think they are. We're going to start off with this incredible song from Waitress. Sarah Bareilles, an incredible songwriter. And she wrote this song called She Used to Be Mine, about a young woman who's remembering kind of who she used to be and wondering if she can escape those boundaries and escape that past to a better future. Zoe?
It's not simple to say. Most days I don't recognize me, that these shoes and this apron, that place and its patrons have taken more than I gave them. It's not easy to know I'm not anything that I used to be, although it's true I was never attention sweet centered. I still remember that girl. She's imperfect, but she tries. She is good, but she lies. She is hard on herself. She is broken and won't ask for help. She is messy, but she's kind. She is lonely most of the time. She's all of this mixed up and baked in a beautiful pie. She is gone, but she used to be mine. And it's not what I asked for. Sometimes life just slips in through a back door and carves out a person and makes you believe it's all true. But now I've got you, and you're not what I asked for. If I'm honest, I know I would give it all back for a chance to start over and rewrite an ending or two for that girl that I knew who was reckless just enough, who gets hurt but who learns how to toughen up when she's bruised and gets used by a man who can't love. And then she'll get stuck and be scared of the life that's inside her, growing stronger each day till it finally reminds her to fight just a little to bring back the fire in her eyes that's been gone but used to be mine. Oh, used to be mine. She's messy, but she's kind. She is lonely is gone, but she used to be mine.
All right, so we've got some temple trips coming up in the future. We're going to go to Zoe's Broadway debut. Right, we're going to go somewhere in the world to see Nina's like operatic debut in a principal role in major opera. Salzburg.
This summer.
This summer. Salzburg this summer. Ooh, that would be fun.
Who wants to go to Austria?
Always. Love Austria. So speaking of, let's bring Sabrina back.
It's been so long.
It's been so long. And this next song is really from Tartuffe, another amazing opera. And this particular song is really about this kind of independent struggle of getting upset that maybe he's a little too fickle, and then she realizes that she's actually fickle too, and you know what, she doesn't really need him, and all that kind of stuff. Is that pretty close? Feels about right to me.
The character who's singing Doreen is this woman, one of the main characters, Marianne's maid, and she's like, okay, you're having issues with men. I have a few words to say about that, and then she goes into a whole diatribe about exactly what men are doing.
Oh, okay.
It's about
And with that, I'll walk away.
We're doing a night celebrating women with a male MC.
Well done, Sabrina.
Listen, Marianne, here's an old song about that kind of man, and know what to do when he's away. It's your lesson
Wow, Bob, doing great over there. By the way, I also just want to point out, because tonight seems to be like a night of celebrating the kids that have grown up in Temple Bethel. And running the sound tonight is Mr. Jake Gregson. It's so great to have Jakey here. He's always going to be Jakey. He's going to be 50 years old. I'm going to call him Jakey. But it's great to have you, buddy, and thanks for everything you're doing to make sure everybody sounds so amazing. So the next song I'm going to bring Zoe back up for, and the last time that you heard her sing this song, she was 7 years old. Needless to say, it's changed a little since then. She's changed a little since then. And this is from Disney's Newsies, and talk about a song of female empowerment. This is the song that is sung by Catherine when she is like ready to just lead these Newsies in revolt, and it's called "Watch What Happens."
If I hold it, maybe it'll be easier. Write what you know, so they say. All I know is I don't know what to write or the right way to write it. This is big, lady, don't screw it up. This is not some little vaudeville I'm reviewing. Poor little kids versus rich, greedy sourpusses. It's a cinch, it could practically write itself, and let's pray it does. Cause as I may have mentioned, I have no clue what I'm doing. Am I insane? This is what I've been waiting for. Well, that plus the screaming of 10 angry actors. A girl, it's a girl, how the hell? Is that even legal? Look, just go and get her. Not only that, there's a story behind the story. Thousands of children exploited, invisible. Speak up, take a stand, and there's someone to write about it. That's how things get better. Give life's a little guy some ink, and when it dries, just watch what happens. Those kids will live and breathe right on the page, and once they're center stage, you watch what happens. And who's there with her camera and her pen as boys turn into men? They'll storm the gates, and then just watch what happens when they do. Picture a handsome, heroically charismatic, plain-spoken, know-nothing, skirt-chasing, cocky little son of a lie down with dogs, and you wake up with a raise and a promotion. So he's a flirt, a complete egomaniac. The fact is he's also the face of the strike with a face. Face the fact that's a face that could save us all from sinking in the ocean. Like someone said, power tends to corrupt in absolute power. Wait, corrupts absolutely, that is genius. But give me some time, I'll be twice as good as that. 6 months from never. Just look around at the world we're inheriting and think of the one we'll create. Their mistake is they got old, that is not a mistake. We'll be making those or we'll stay young forever. Give those kids and me the brand new century, and watch what happens. It's David and Goliath, do or die. The fight is on, and I can't watch what happens. But all I know is nothing happens if you just give in. It can't be any worse than how it's been, and it just so happens that we just might win. So whatever happens, let's begin.
That's good. So I know you're all accustomed to seeing my colleagues here for these Salon concerts, and just in case you might be slightly disappointed and want to know when you get to hear all my cantorial colleagues, get your reservations in for our upcoming gala on May the 17th. Thank you. For some reason in my head, I just have a problem with 17 and 19. I don't know why. But on May 17th is our big... That's right, exactly. But our big gala is May 17th, And I'm going to be joined by, I think, 8 of my cantorial colleagues for an incredible concert that night. You don't want to miss it. Get your reservations in. It is celebrating my 30th anniversary at the temple, and it's also celebrating our wonderful interim rabbi, Rabbi Marv, who has been serving us for the last 2 years. So you want to make sure you come out for Friday night when we're going to be blessing him a little bit, and Saturday night when we're going to be blessing me a little bit, and just having a great time, because at Temple Bethel, if there's anything we know how to party. And you don't want to miss it. So please come and join us for that night. If you're curious about reservations, you can talk to Gail. She happens to be here tonight, and she's chairing the event, co-chairing the event. Yes, she never wants to take full credit. She is co-chairing the event, and you can talk with her about all the different possibilities for sponsorship and you name it. In the meantime, you might have, I was thinking to myself, when Roman came up here to sing with Zoe, you might have looked at him and said, have we seen that kid before? Has he performed at something else? And it dawned on me that the last time that you saw a Morris child perform at a Salon concert, it was Roman's older brother, Samson, also singing with Zoe, right? Also singing with Zoe when we did our Greatest Showman performance at the home of Gail and Elliot Swartz. And Samson's really proud parents were sitting there the same way as they're sitting there right now for little brother Roman, who is growing up so well and so talented. And but I also know that we can't go all night tonight because he's got to get to work tomorrow. Roman's landed a gig playing guitar at Holy Trinity, and I think that's super cool. So, it's something to be a sophomore in high school and have all that talent and some good looks. This next section of music, as we prepare to come to an end in our evening, is kind of about the ones who got away. And I'm going to invite Roman to come back up here and join me. God said, you get it out. You can hold it. It is hard. What's going on? There we go. Good job. All right, well done. Move that stand behind you. There you go. So this is, this feels like a Sondheim night. It seems like most of my musical theater stuff tonight is all Sondheim. Must be because I loved that guy. Just incredible. But this one's from Into the Woods, and this is what happens when 2 really handsome princes, right? Yeah, I got you, buddy. When 2 really handsome princes, I don't know when he got so tall. Just ridiculous. He was so little, he was so cute. Just can't seem to get the attention of their princesses. Did I abuse her or show her disdain? Why did she run from me? If I should lose her, how shall I regain the heart she has won from me? Of speech, when the one thing you want is the only thing out of your reach.
Higher tower, she sits by the hour, maintaining her hair, live and becoming, and frequently humming a light-hearted air. She would go with you if there only were doors. Agony, all the torture they teach. What's as intriguing or half so fatiguing as what's out of reach.
Am I not sensitive, clever, well-mannered, considerate, passionate, charming, as kind as I'm handsome, and heir to a throne?
For everything maidens could wish for,
Then why not?
do I know?
That girl must be mad.
You know nothing of madness till you're climbing her hair, as you see her up there, as you're nearing her, all the while nearing her.
Agony, misery, always different for each. Always 10 steps behind,
Always 10 feet below,
and she's just out of reach. Agony that can cut like a knife. I must have her to wife. This next song is actually an original that Roman wrote. I know, it's exciting. I'm excited about it. Actually, you know, a few weeks ago when we had Joe Buchanan with us, and he was doing his. Are you off? I was talking to Jake. I wanted to make sure I could unplug. So when Joe was doing his songwriters workshop with us, I invited Roman to be there, and Roman played this song for him. And all I remember is that after Roman sang it, Joe looked at him and said, "So, what do you want me to tell you about that song?" And Roman said, "Well, you know, what could I do? How could I make it better?" And Joe looked at him and said, "Do nothing. That song is perfect, just the way it is." And it's a little bit about the one who got away, perhaps, at least at that moment. And so I'm going to let Roman take it away.
This is a song I wrote in July, August, and the working title right now is 10 Seconds.
Oh, there she was in all her beauty. I couldn't believe my eyes. I swore on my sleep, 'cause I gotta be dreaming. But I don't wanna wake up. I've fallen so hard already. I wanna fall in deep, but do you think that you'll let me? Because the girl from my imagination is looking me in the eyes. I can't decide if it's you or the sunset, but you caught me by surprise. So it seems she's right in front of me. So it seems I can't escape her kiss. I can't even find a way to phrase the words. So it seems just after one look, she got me good and now I'm just simply shook. I'm falling in love with a girl named So there I was in awestruck wonder. What if she doesn't feel the same? I gotta keep my feelings contained, but here I am. There's no word in the world to describe her beauty. Do you think she could be the one? Because a girl from my imagination has been wrapped around her finger, and I didn't even know her name. So it seems she's right in front of me. So it seems I can't escape her kiss. can't even find a way to phrase the words, so it seems just after one look, she got me good and now I'm just simply shook. I'm falling in love with your girl name. Oh, I think I could try to find the words, 'cause it's not every day you find this type of girl. She makes it easy to fall in love, and today I'm right. Oh, so it seems she's right in front of me. So it seems I can't escape her gaze. I can't even find a way to phrase the words, so it seems just after one look, she got me good and now I'm just simply shook. I'm falling in love with a girl name, with a girl name. I'm falling in love with a girl name.
Love that kid.
Well, honey,
Don't want to love him, but I love him.
good thing the Morrises
I wanna
still
hate
have
him.
2 more.
And they've got 2 more boys coming up.
Not coming up, they're
Yeah.
already here.
They're on their way.
In case you were ever wondering why Anise is in such great shape. She's chasing after 4 boys all the time.
That's why I have all this gray hair.
Yeah. Anyways, Nathan and Lisa, you've got amazing kids, and you know I love them all. So, and we love you. So, thank you for allowing us to share them with you a little bit. So, I want to thank you all again for being here tonight. I want to thank the Cohns again for opening up this beautiful hall. Scott and Mary and Susan for bringing us here. I want to thank Jacob for all the cooking. It's incredible. I want to remind you all there's still food, so don't leave after we're done, because there's coffee and there's baked goods and there's all kinds of good stuff. And the entire, I mean, I'm giving Jacob the lion's share of the credit, but I know the entire family has been baking and cooking and preparing for this. And so thank you all for everything that you've done. And another huge thank you to Jake Gregson over here. Thanks, Jakey. And then of course, a huge thank you to these incredible 3 young talents over here, Sabrina and Zoe and Roman. And congratulations to all their parents, because we've all done a really good job. Why not? I learned something 30 years ago, and I know that Rabbi Julia is going to learn it in just a few months. And I know that she's already getting a sense of it. And it's the title of this last song that I want to share with you. This one's not really about celebrating women, but it's about celebrating love. And this is a song written by Andrew Lloyd Webber in a really awful musical. He didn't only write hits, by the way, just in case anybody thought he did. But even in an awful musical, he can write a hit song. And this is a song called "Love Changes Everything." And when I came to this community, I wasn't sure that this was what I wanted to be doing the rest of my life. But love changed everything. And meeting all of you changed everything. And I just want to thank you all for not just welcoming me, but then welcoming my beautiful bride, and then welcoming my children, and welcoming our extended families, and making sure that everybody in the extended Davidson circle knew and knows how loved they are. And I hope that you all know how loved you are by all of us as well. Another big thank you for Bob Remstein, too. I forget that way too often, by the way, so when I do, just kind of like give me a high sign in the sanctuary and say, I know. Love changes everything. Hands and faces, earth and sky. Love changes everything. How you live and how you die. Love can make the summer fly, or a night seem like a lifetime. Yes, love changes everything. Now I tremble at your name. Nothing in the world will ever be the same. Love changes everything. Days are longer, words mean more. Love can break the strongest heart. Pain is deeper than before. Love will turn the world around, and the world will last forever. Yes, love changes everything, brings you glory, brings you shame. Nothing in the world will ever be the same. Off into the world we go, planning futures, shaping years. Love bursts in and suddenly all our wisdom disappears. Love makes fools of everyone. All the rules we make are broken. Yes, love changes everything. Live or perish in its flame. Love will never, never let you be the same. Love will never, never let you be the same. so much for being here tonight and supporting Temple Bethel. Thanks to you, we can keep the lights on for another week. So, I got him. Oh, wait. No, Rocky. I know you want cookies. I want cookies. Where's that?